As the time I'm recording this video right now, it is currently June 19th, meaning Juneteenth, meaning the day our ancestors were freed from slavery. So if you're still trapped in this J Park fanatic and you are a Negro, free yourself, because this is getting ridiculous. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shay and I like to talk. So let's talk. If you're new here, my name is Renashe, like I said, and I like to talk about anything that regarding K-pop or anything pop culture or anything black or just anything, because I like to put my 2 cents even though people don't ask me. If you haven't seen my YouTube series called You Know What I Mean, you can check those videos out now. There's 3 episodes. If you want to see my last week episode, which is episode 3, that was 2 weeks ago, and then you want to see episode 2 and episode 1, you can definitely check those out as well. I didn't want to add this video as part of my You Know What I Mean series because this man needs a whole analysis within himself. I did not want this subject to be associated with You Know What I Mean because this is a serious topic. Not a serious topic, but this is something that's been really getting on my nerves. So I really want this whole video to be focused about this man and this man alone. Since my topics are K-pop and commentary, let's mash these 2 things together. So we're gonna have a full analysis on the one and the only J Park. I'm gonna give you a brief background of him. Basically he's an American born rapper that now raps in Korea. So yeah, he's Korean American. He was first in a group called 2PM under JYP, but he got kicked out because of another scandal, and then he moved back to the US for a little bit in Seattle, and then he got scouted by somebody else or something, and then he moved back to Korea and became a Korean rapper. I don't know. I am not a fan of this man. I never was, never will be. I don't know who in the name of niggadom would ever be a fan of this man, but there are black fans of J Park. It's time for some self-reflecting. But you know what's funny? If someone would come up to me and ask me to name one song about J Park, I could not name you one at all. I can name all your controversial things that you have done, but I can't name that one song. It's time for some self-reflecting. Okay, this man is literally famous for being controversial and being problematic. That's an issue. So I'm gonna split up this video into 3 parts, up to 3 things that he did that are controversial. There are a lot of things that he's done, but these are the only 3 things that I remember. So you still stand him, I'll give you about to the end of the video to change your mind, okay? Anyway, I literally wrote notes about this man. Like, it's literally a shame. So I literally had to write down what I was gonna talk about because it's just too much. It's too much. Ciao. Anyway, so the first issue that he did, I remember when this happened, bro. I was in my, I think my sophomore, my junior year of college. In early 2019, this is around like January. He was canceled after he compared the harsh realities of the K-pop industry to African-American slavery, or just slavery in general. The reason why he did this, he was defending his artist named Avatar Darko, after he's being dragged for wearing dreads because he was a white man. And a lot of people were dragging him like, bro, you don't understand the meaning of dress. There is a meaning behind the word dread because it used to be called dreadful. So some people like to call them locks instead of dreads. So there is a lot of history behind that hairstyle. And this is what he decided to put on Instagram. Okay. Yo, feeling somebody's music is personal opinion. But hating on somebody because their hairstyle, I'm sorry, but that ain't it. Okay. J Park and Avatar Darko never disrespect the culture and always give back. Give back to who? Let me stop. That's like saying a non-Asian person shouldn't use Korean words and shouldn't listen to K-pop because they didn't go through all the suffering Korean people went through. If you don't know, look the ish up. Okay. It's 2019. Every culture, every ethnicity influences each other, and as long as we're not disrespecting each other, it's all love and nothing else. If I sound like a dumbass because of this comment, then I guess I'm a dumbass. Let's just talk about this comment right here. Let's just talk about this sentence right here. That's like saying a non-Asian person shouldn't use Korean words and shouldn't listen to K-pop because they didn't go through all the suffering Korean people went through. Hello? Korea is a language. It's like saying a non-English speaking person shouldn't speak English because they didn't fight in the Revolutionary War. It doesn't make sense. What is a language? What? How else are we going to sing the words? How else are we gonna, like, what? Koreans did go through a lot of things, and I 100% understand that, but none of the songs in K-pop talk about their issues within Korea. Like, you know what I mean? I listen to BTS, I listen to Twice, I listen to like Red Velvet and stuff like that. They don't talk about, you know, history. The Japanese and Koreans, they don't talk about that. They talk about falling in love and bubblegum pop. But there's a lot of history between the N-word and dreadlock, which is a part of African American culture. It's like, it'd be one thing if we wore handbox, or like, I hope I'm saying that right, like the Korean attire that Koreans wore. That would be one thing. Now that's culture appropriation. But us singing another song in a language that's in the language, that doesn't make sense. So yes, Jay Park, you definitely sounded like a dumbass. On to the next controversial thing. Ciao. Anyway, so these next two issues happened in 2021, literally just weeks apart from each other. So in like May 2021, Jay Park made a song called Mukbang. And within that song, he referred to himself as Allah. I'm gonna put the exact lyrics here if you guys want to read it yourself. I'm not really sure exactly what he said, because like I said before, I don't listen to his music. So yeah, he got dragged again by a lot of Muslim fans, or just everybody in general. He just got dragged by everybody because he don't know how to be respectful to other people's cultures. And the thing about this situation is, like, he's obviously not doing his research. If you're going to mention anything that's not a part of your culture, like religion, any other race, any other thing in your song, you have to make sure you be respectful, like to the T, because people listen to your music. I don't know why. Miss Jackson. So you gotta be respectful when you do things like that. Like, what? He obviously doesn't put thoughts into his lyrics, clearly, because he just be talking out of his ass, and I don't understand it. And last but not least, y'all, this issue, like, honey, like, I'm gonna call this situation the Negroes and Chun-Li. Ciao. Anyway, so in June 2021, yes, honey, this month, depends on when I post this, if it was last month or this month, but it was recent, honey. This just happened. So he released a remix on the Kendrick Lamar song DNA, and in that remix there was a music video, and within that music video there was a lot of Korean rappers who were culture appropriating African American culture, or just black culture. Okay, it was really weird. It was really weird. It was really weird. I didn't feel appreciated within the slightest. A lot of things he liked to say is, I appreciate the culture, I appreciate it. I don't feel appreciated. I feel mocked. I feel like I am being a costume that you decided to put on to look cool. I don't feel appreciated. It was so many braids, it was so many dreads, it was so many afros, and I couldn't do it. Like, honey, like, I was like watching for like the first 30 seconds and then I cut it off, because who said this is okay? Who said, you know what, we're gonna upload it, this is gonna get him, this is gonna kill him? Who made that decision? The song was basically about being proud of being Korean, but yet you're dressed up as Negro. Like, if you love your culture and you love your people and you love your ethnicity, who you are, then like, why weren't you guys in more Korean attire? You know Koreans don't dress like that. Your typical Korean don't dress like that. What? Now there's nothing wrong with like dressing them little Jordans, little Gucci suit, whatever, do you. But when it comes to the hair, when it comes to the aesthetic, when it comes to the way you, it's just, you know where you're getting your influence from. So don't act surprised. How is someone else's culture or someone else's lifestyle overshadowing the culture that you say you're proud of? That doesn't make sense. It's like me saying I'm proud of being African American, and the majority of my aesthetic is based off like Asian culture. And then after that, he made this big old long statement, I think under the comments of that video. I'ma put it right here on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see it. If you want to pause the video and read it, you can, because I genuinely don't feel like reading on that, because that is a whole novel within itself. So basically, he brought up Chun-Li, and he brought up Migos and Stir Fry, and he brought up Lil Uzi and freaking him doing anime. Now listen, I recently just saw Stir Fry by Migos. First of all, I never seen Stir Fry, so the music video, so he may have been onto something with that statement. So I was like, let me look up Stir Fry. And Stir Fry was barely anything. Like, the song was called Stir Fry, which is something that like is very common in the age community. So why would they not include the culture that Stir Fry is based in? Obviously, they were literally in the entire music video was playing poker. You got like Offset or like Quavo doing karate here and there. They had a whole Asian man mainly doing it, so it was kind of like that seemed more of an acceptable of something that they appreciate, not something that they appropriate. That what you did, Mr. Park, was purely appropriation, because there was no nigga inside. There was a whole Asian inside. So it's, and then he had the nerve to bring up Miss Chun-Li, Onika. You have to bring up Nika in this conversation. First of all, when I was scrolling on Twitter, like, I found out like Nicki Minaj's grandfather, I think, is Japanese. Side note, I have never done that. First of all, it wasn't even her grandfather. It was her great-great-great, or like her great-great. I don't know. It was a grandfather that was further down the line than her grandfather. You know what I'm saying? So does that even count? You see what I'm saying? I could be part Japanese or part German. But am I walking around with German outfits? Hell no. But so I don't know. Anyway, back to the video. But like, I never knew that. Like, this is all news to me, period. And first of all, Chun-Li is a street fighter. That's cosplay, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm really being honest, a lot of things that Nicki Minaj does make me like be like a little bit cringe for her, because I feel like a lot of times she can do things that are culture appropriating. For a long time I was like, ah, Nicki, like, you're gonna hate us. Anyway, yeah, listen, this man has disrespected you, called you a nigger to your face multiple times. Free yourself from this man. His rhetoric is, oh, if they can do it, then we could do it too. No, his rhetoric feels like the cultural appropriation games. You know what I mean? I just feel like I'm tired of hearing about J Park. He obviously doesn't give a flying F. If you're still paying for his content, any other things that he do, please remove yourself from the shackles of this man. Please remove yourself. It's just like, at the end of the day, like, what is he trying to do? What is he trying to get at? He obviously knows a little bit about African American history, a little bit. It'd be one thing if this man was like born and raised in Korea. No, this man was born and raised in Seattle, in the United States, where African American history was definitely part of the curriculum. Yeah, he act like he don't know what is going on. Free yourself from the trials and tribulation of what is J Park, period. So that's it for me today. That's all the notes I have. That's everything that I want to talk about. This man is a menace to society. It's quite embarrassing, okay? K-pop is a lot to handle, especially when you're African American. It's a constant disrespect with your culture. It's a constant disrespect with your race. It's a constant disrespect with just black people in general. If you as a person feel like this is a lot, there's nothing wrong with stepping away from this entire fiasco completely. There's nothing wrong with that. For me personally, that's why I only try to stick with BTS. I don't like to branch out in other K-pop groups, because I don't want to be let down every other week by different groups that decide to do cultural appropriation. I don't feel like doing that. So if J-Hope or anybody in BTS decided to do cultural appropriation, I'm gonna handle them, and then that's it. But I don't want to do BTS one week and then NC 127 this week and then another group the next week. No, I'm just gonna stick to my one group, and then that's it. Yeah, if you're black and you're having a hard time in this K-pop-ish and just tired of the disrespect, there's nothing wrong with walking away. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. You are black before anything else. Remember that. I'm sorry if this video was a little bit all over the place. I try to make it organized as possible. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys come back for my next video. Just keep on keeping on, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.